The Blue Jackal. A hungry jackal, thin and weary from days of wandering, crept into the village, lured by the rich, mouth-watering aroma of fresh food. But just as he crept closer to the feast, the villagers spotted him. With angry shouts and waving sticks, they came running to chase him away. The jackal bolted in panic, weaving through the village's narrow alleys, skillfully dodging toppled pots, scattered baskets, and startled chickens. In his frantic escape, the jackal tumbled headfirst into a bustling courtyard, knocking over dye tubs and landing amidst colorful laundry flapping in the breeze. Without a glance, he leapt, only to plunge straight into a giant tub of bright blue dye, sending up a splash that painted the air with color. Soaked from ears to tail, the jackal climbed out of the tub, blinking in shock, for he was now completely and unmistakably blue. Afraid the villagers might return, the blue jackal didn't wait a moment longer. He dashed out and fled back into the safety of the forest. He went straight back to his friends, but they did not recognize him and refused to let him stay with them. Back in the forest, every animal stopped in their tracks, eyes wide and jaws dropped. None had ever seen a creature so strangely, brilliantly blue. Amazed and trembling, the forest animals whispered among themselves, "Surely he's divine, a messenger from the skies, sent to guide us." Seizing the moment, the jackal raised his voice and declared himself their king, and to his surprise, the animals bowed and obeyed without question. The jackal basked in his new royal life and soaking in the comfort and respect of his loyal subjects. But one quiet night, distant howls of a roaming wolf pack echoed through the trees, and something stirred deep within him, an old, wild instinct he couldn't ignore. Overcome by emotion, the jackal lifted his head to the moonlit sky, and without a second thought, he howled back, pouring his heart into the night air. Down below, the animals stared in shock, their eyes wide with betrayal. One whispered, then another, "He's not divine. He's one of them." Realizing his terrible mistake, the jackal rushed to explain, his voice trembling with regret, but the animals had already turned away. It was too late. Heart heavy with shame, the jackal turned and fled into the forest, his once proud head hanging low as he vanished silently into the shadows. Days turned to weeks as the blue slowly washed away, and with it, the jackal's pride faded too, leaving behind only a quiet, humbled creature. The jackal finally returned to his own kind, not as a king draped in color, but as one of them, humbler and wiser than he had ever been before. This time there were no questions, no judgments. His kin welcomed him back with quiet nods and warm eyes, accepting him just as he was. And so the jackal lived out his days in the forest, peacefully and simply, with no lies to tell and no disguise to wear, finally true to himself. Thank you for watching this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe.